Well, good afternoon, folks. Depending on what part of the world you are in, it is now 1:50 p.m. on the East Coast in the United States. And we are watching the third annual Steinway Classic. We're coming to you live from Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens, New York on Steinway Street. Our first matchup is going to be the one and only, the Black Widow, Jeanette Lee. And she will be playing the Z-Man, we call him, Zion Z, the Israeli champion. So that's going to be our first matchup. It's a race to 9 on both sides. I am Upstate Al, sitting in the booth, and as you can see, this is a co-production between AZB TV, NYC Grind, and of course the Predator Pro-Am Tour, along with Upstate Al's sponsors, Simona's Cloth and Aramith Balls, with many others that we're going to mention throughout the broadcast. And keep in mind, we do have the 14.1 Andy Cloth World Championship straight pool tournament coming up, the 4th through the 9th. So right after the Steinway Classic ends, we go right into straight pool with Dragon Promotions and Andy Cloth bringing that to you with many other sponsors, and we will mention those when that broadcast starts. But for right now, you can watch Jason Shore and Earl Strickland just circling the table like a vulture. Earl, believe it or not, they're set to play, but they're not going to be playing on the TV table. It's going to be Jeanette Lee and Zion.
Start your matches. Start your matches.
And those are the players that'll be opening up
21.
this first
John Schmidt,
table match.
Spanky on 21. John Schmidt, Spanky to 21.
The loud audio you hear in the background is William Finnegan, the tournament director here at Steinway. He also runs a local tournament here. And there you see the Z-Man, Zion, racking the balls. I'm not sure if the players have warmed up already or not, or if they're going to elect to run a rack each before they actually get underway. We'll soon find out.
On 21, we have John Schmidt and Spanky. On table 24, Travis and Tony Liang on 24.
I do not see Jeanette Lee in the arena right now, so I would imagine that this is not on the way and this is just going to be a warm-up session. So we're standing by. All right, folks, we're just awaiting the Black Widow herself, Jeanette Lee, and then we're going to get underway with this great match between the Z-Man and Jeanette Lee. We got a lot of spectators hanging out in the crowd. As Mr. Robles is kindly making his way into the commentator's booth. I guess he has a match, but he doesn't have a table available, so we do have a high stool if you want to get a high stool, Tony. You good there? And would like to welcome Mr. Robles on board. Hey, Tone.
Hey, Al. How are you?
What's going on? All right, not bad. I was a little on the edge this morning, but now that we're underway and Calcutta's all over it, and we got this opening match about to take place, and we keep watching Zion warm up. I'm excited about seeing this first match. Getting Jeanette
this is a great first match. Zion's been playing absolutely phenomenal as of late. He's dedicating himself to the game every day, and Jeanette, I've been trying to get Jeanette to play at one of my events since I started the tour in 2008, so we're very happy to have her finally. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. And she choreographed the group photo pretty good. I mean, I got to say it. I got a lot of nice pictures, and we're all posting them up, I'm sure, in due time.
Well, Zion's been like pretty smooth lately, and is very, very confident, and he's not missing much.
And just to let you guys know, we do have the Predator Pro-Am Tour. That's Mr. Robles himself and his tour as a co-production additive. So you got three of us together, the NYC Grind, AZBTV, and the Predator Tour, Tony Robles himself.
And thank you for that, Al.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's our honor. We welcome everybody aboard. If you want to become a sponsor, feel free to reach out and send an email to upstatealpool@gmail.com.
I think he might have hit that one too hard right there.
He's just practicing, so he's just warming up right now. He's really didn't start their match.
Oh, I thought they started their match.
Yeah, no, he's just warming up. That's why I'm just standing by right now.
Gotcha. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. This is a very special event for us in the New York City area.
Absolutely.
We started this event a little over 2 years ago, and are happy to have the third annual one. It's becoming bigger and bigger every year. And from what I understand, there's a good chance that next year it might be a 14,000 headed event.
I've heard that, and I'm pretty sure there is going to be. The name, I do not want to let it out there yet until they say that I can mention the sponsor that's going to possibly jump on board for next year and add another 5,000 or 6,000.
Which would be spectacular. I think I hear Earl.
Yeah, Earl's out there, and as we are going to witness in a little while, Miss Jeanette Lee is on her way into the arena. As you can see on the left part of your monitor, she'll come into view.
And I am sitting right next to my wonderful, beautiful, lovely wife, Gail.
You know, there's nothing more that I would like to have both of you just sit in and do this match. She might be a little tired from doing the chart and getting the brackets up there.
Might be the only time you get both of us if he's playing. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm stepping out, and Gail Glazebrook Robles will step in, and I'll leave you guys with the two champions.
You always know when Earl's in the room. Hi, everybody.
Welcome, honey.
This is a good match. I'm excited. This is a first round match.
Is Jeanette hitting a rack?
It looks that way.
And she's going to warm up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pretty good matchup for the first one to set off the tournament. We do have a full field of 64 players, and more than half the field is pros. Are pros.
Well, I think more than 40 players are pros, actually. A lot of really great players. I happen to come from the draw, and we've got some really good first-round matches. Not only the one that you're watching, Jeanette versus Zion, but we also have Dennis Hatch and Warren Kiamko as a first-round match.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. We also have Jason Shaw and Earl Strickland as a first-round match.
Wow.
So it should be some really, really, really good first-round action.
Well, Al told me that there is a chat room somewhere out there, but we actually cannot see the chat room, so we're just doing the commentary. So we literally cannot see the screen for the chat room. So I apologize for that, but I wanted to say hi to everyone.
Hello,
that's in the
everybody.
chat room, and as well as tuning in. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, and looking forward to an amazing event this weekend.
Particularly if anybody from the Predator Q's department is watching, we'd like to say hello to Kyle and Janie and George and everybody. Hello.
And Karim.
And Karim, if you're watching, hello. If I'm forgetting anybody, hi.
Remember, in French, it's merci.
Not a C.
Because when we went to Italy, you were telling everyone merci instead of grazie.
All right, so here's the lag, and I got a feeling Jeanette's going to win this lag. Oh, no, Zion, I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was on the left side of your screen. Zion's going to win. Zion, interesting. Zion, most people know he's from Israel, and arguably, I would say the best player out of Israel by far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And he's been living in New York now, I think, 4 years. And he plays the game really, really, really well. Everybody in New York knows him. And he just recently, in the last year, got a full-time job. And he's still an active pro, competing aggressively and competitively with a full-time job. And I always have a lot of respect for players that are making that kind of a grind, because that's very difficult to stay at top of your game when you're going full-time with a job.
And I also respect the fact that a friend of ours named Harry, who goes to Amsterdam Billiards, gave him that job. So, when Harry gave him that job, I believe it took a lot of pressure off of him, Yeah. So I think he's playing just about as good as anyone.
I think he's playing the best I've ever seen him play. I mean, he's playing with a lot more just kind of relaxed feeling to him, kind of come what may. And I really think that release of stress in his personal life has really improved his game.
I agree.
Choosing to break just off the spot. And we're at Steinway Billiards here in Astoria, Queens. And you're watching the 3rd annual Steinway Classic. This is Jeanette Lee, the Black Widow, versus Zion Zvi. And we've got a great tournament for you coming out here. You're looking at a Brunswick table that was just recloth with Andy cloth. They're preparing for the World Straight Pool Tournament that starts this Monday. Yeah,
everyone's excited for that event. What an amazing event that is. We're really looking forward to that event. Dragon Promotions does one spectacular job with that event, and it gets better and better every year. So we're definitely looking forward to that one. And that one starts early Monday morning.
Yeah. So a lot of these players are actually in town for the World Straight Pool, and this is a nice way to warm up on the tables, get used to the room and the conditions for the World Straight Pool. Some of the top players in the tournament, and no particular order, I'm just going off of what I remember from the draw. Jeanette Lee and Zion that you're watching, Tony that I'm commentating with. We also have Johnny Archer in the room, Shane Van Boning, Earl Strickland, Warren Kiamko, George Rodriguez, Adam Smith, Tom Delfonso, John Schmidt. No, I'm forgetting people, and it's not intentional. I'm looking at Alaska. I've got Nelson Oliveira. Who am I missing?
Do you say Tom Delfonso?
Yes.
Tom Delfonso.
I'll just look around the room and see. I think I mentioned
the Pearl.
Earl the Pearl. He's here. I'm looking around. I see Frankie Hernandez, Sean Wilkie, Mike Deshane.
Well, surprisingly, Zion missed that 4-ball, giving Jeanette a turn at the table.
John Mora. Adam Smith, Mike Davis. So some of those names some of you people out there might recognize. Now Jeanette's been a little off her game recently. I know she's been suffering some physical injuries. So you see her shaking that wrist. She's definitely in pain. They were making player announcements, and she mentioned, "I'm injured." So we'll see how she acclimates to, the public setting, as well as going through some of the personal issues she's got going on, physical. She looks beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, she has, I tell her all the time, she's my hero. I mean, she's had 9 back surgeries throughout her life. And I told her if it were me, I would have probably quit pool a long time ago. But she has such a big love for this game that she just figures out a way to just, continue on, to go forward, to move forward.
And you can see, I mean, a lot of people are familiar with Jeanette's game. She's arguably the most recognized pool player in the world. And you can see that there's not a fluidity to the way that she's approaching the table. There's a kind of a stutter, and she's struggling. She's just not comfortable. I mean, I can speak from personal experience. When you're suffering through an injury and it infiltrates your pool game, it's debilitating. It's so frustrating because you know what your body is capable of, and it's not accommodating what you want it to do. It's very frustrating. So I feel for her.
Well, look at this. Zion just missed the 8 ball. It's not like him to miss that shot either.
That was a difficult shot. It was really thin cut, and he was trying to hold the cue ball.
Not the way he's been playing lately.
That's true.
He's playing the best I've ever seen him play. But, sometimes you got to shake off the cobwebs in the beginning of an event,
Yep. See if I can get some different views. I'm telling you, the room is packed. There are so many people here. Steinway is one of those rooms that is very accommodating to the spectators. There is a cover charge for those of you in the area. And, but it's got great food, full bar. The staff is wonderful. They're very familiar with the game. It's not a business that doesn't know anything about pool. They're just trying to run a pool hall blindly. Manny and Anna are very familiar with the game, as well as George. And I guess Jeanette can see this ball, otherwise she might opt to give it back to Zion. We are playing call shot, call safety. So Jeanette must be able to see this ball.
Yeah, she spun it in a bit, I guess, just to make sure.
She's got some work though. She's gonna have to. You think she'll come around the table for this?
Well, what happened is that they literally put this cloth on the table 2 days ago. So it's sliding a lot.
Right.
So, normally you shoot this shot on a table. You see how the ball
great
barely...
shot.
Yeah, she hit that great.
She hit that that was awesome.
So she expected the cue ball to come off in a straighter line, and instead it slid, slowing it down.
She missed that
10
ball.
ball.
And now here's the, Zion can make this 10 ball.
Yeah, she jumped up on that one.
Yeah.
You could tell she's definitely not comfortable.
No. But I enjoy watching Jeanette so much. She's very colorful at the table. She's not one of those stones that you don't know what she's thinking. You absolutely know what's going through Jeanette's mind, and that makes her very entertaining to watch. Let's see if I can get a view of her. And Zion is going to take the lead, 1-0. In this race to 9.
Race to 9 on both sides, and the finals will be 1 race to 15.
Ooh, the final seems so long from now.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have to finish the tournament by tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have a full field of 64, and the tournament definitely needs to be finished by tomorrow night because the straight pool starts on Monday.
Yeah, no choice. And he came up dry on that. Just out of curiosity for some of our viewers, when you have a new cloth on the table, what are some of the effects that a pool player has to take into account for?
When you're used to hitting the ball with, like, let's say pure draw, you have to raise the tip up a bit in order to hit it with draw because it'll draw way too much.
Oh, okay.
So, and then, when it comes to spin, you just have to play for more of an angle. That way you rely more on the angle than you do the actual spin because the spin doesn't grab as well.
Oh, okay. All right. There's some good tips for those out there that are playing on a new cloth table.
Zion is such an experienced player, but I'm almost getting the impression that he feels a little nervous, not afraid, a little nervous because, he's going straight out.
Yeah.
And he's playing, someone like Jeanette Lee, even though Jeanette's off a bit on her game. He's just, she just scratched. He's just, I think it's going to take him like a couple of racks before he warms up. And I also believe that Jeanette will warm up as well.
I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, Dave, but I always feel like pool players, they're used to almost being nocturnal creatures. And the concept of playing when it's daylight out seems so backwards to what their standard is. And so I find, particularly in the first match of a tournament, so many players are almost stiff, cobwebby.
You mean it's actually there's actually daylight outside?
Yeah, there is a sun in this world.
Well, I don't see any real problems here for Zion. I think he should be out from here.
No, just navigating between the 7 ball and that 9 and the 10. How you're going to go through those, which he did great.
See here, he might just have to slow roll it and shoot the 8 in the opposite pocket because he can shoot it in the same pocket, but now he has to stun it. And I think he'd rather yep, he decided to stun it, you see?
Yeah.
But see, if you're shooting that shot on an old worn-out cloth, you can hit it with high left and it'll straighten out. You won't have to stun it over.
Gotcha.
See, so it's just like, you have to play a little differently.
Yeah.
Oh, he got a little bit on the wrong side of the 9, but he should be fine there. But he's such good at cutting balls, too.
He is.
So good at cutting those balls along the rail.
And Zion definitely has a style on his own. It's not a poke, but it's kind of like a stiff jab at the ball. All players have a different style. Yeah, it works for him.
Very good results.
I have Frenchie next to me. I have a Frenchman next to me.
Yeah, we have Vincent Roquefort, good friend of ours from Paris, France.
In the house?
In the house. We want to say hi to our good friend J.P. Parmentier and his family in Paris, France.
Yeah, we missed you guys in Vegas. Oh.
Where are they? Florida. They're on vacation in Florida. That's great.
Lucky.
So Zion is now in the lead by the score of 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
In a race to 9. Let's see if the 7 or the 5 go in on the side pocket in the break. He's breaking near the spot.
The rack seems high, doesn't it? The balls seem high.
Yeah, sometimes the balls don't freeze, so you have to move them a little higher. The 7 didn't go anywhere near the side, and neither did the 5.
And the cue ball's been kicked and kicked and kicked, and finally ends up behind that 6 ball. Jeanette might see a sliver of this 1 ball.
Well, I guess she's going to try to hit it full. If she can hit it full and have the cue ball stop with the 3 ball. Right?
Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah, it was definitely the shot there.
You are watching an opening match of the 3rd annual Steinway Classic here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens. I'm Gail Glazebrook Robles, next to my husband Tony Robles, and you're watching Jeanette, the Black Widow Lee, versus Zion's V. The battle of the 3-letter last names.
I am stepping out of the booth, and I will be back.
Okay. To my own device. Zion's gonna have to. Looks like he's trying. Got a jump cue out? No. Yeah, he does. Anyway, he's gonna jump this ball. I do not know if he called it. They're a little far away from the commentator booth. I would imagine the way he hit that ball, he did not call it. There wasn't a lot of control. And Jeanette's gonna have to jump this ball back, and she doesn't have a lot of room to navigate away from that 3 ball. I'm gonna see Allie. I literally hijacked Allison Fisher. So I'm gonna have Allie join me in the booth real quick while Tony does some finances. Hello.
Hi, Gail. How are you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Well, how have things started off here?
Nerves. We saw some shakiness in the
Sure.
first 2 racks. So Zion's up 2-0. Both of them have plenty of opportunities to win the racks, and Zion just capitalized better. She's thinking about whether or not to give this shot back to Zion.
Yeah, I think I would probably do that.
Yeah, she doesn't have not a lot to work with here.
No, there are quite a few balls blocking the way.
And he's going to the short cue again. He's just trying to get practice some warm-up strokes with it.
Well, the nice thing is that he can easily play, rail first here, although that's a little bit risky. Wow. How do you like that?
Yeah, he made it.
Yeah, he's
got work.
He can see the 2, but this is a lot of space here. All the tables have just been recovered, I see, with Andy cloth.
This is not an easy table layout by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
The balls are kind of on top of each other. He's a little elevated on the cue too, so he's trying to dig in for this cue ball. Yeah, that wasn't even close.
Now we're gonna have more problems.
The 6 ball decided to join the party. So now Jeanette needs to I kind of want Jeanette to just shake it out, shake it out. Try to get a little bit more comfortable. Sometimes when I'm feeling nervous or I'm a little uncomfortable, I like to just get out at the table and just I was about to say something I shouldn't. Hit the ball really hard quickly, not let my thoughts get in the way.
Right.
Just kind of let my body take over and let the natural ability come out.
What I like to think sometimes is the idea of you fake it till you make it.
Yep.
Where you just warm your arm up and don't overthink. And just like you said, let your arm do the work.
Yeah. And keep your brain out of it.
Yes. Now, do you know the situation with Jeanette's wrist? I see that she does have it wrapped.
Yeah, she's got some pain going on in her bridge hand. She says she's fine when the bridge is flat on the table, but when she starts to elevate, she's got a bridge over a ball or any kind of an elevation, it starts to really bother her. That's why she's wearing those wrist guards. But she's been, her body's been through the ringer her life, so.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, he's made a good shot. However, he does not see the 3 ball clean. I don't know how his masse skills are. He's not the tallest guy in the world, so getting to the center of the table to masse is not the easiest. And he has elected to call the 3-ball. Yeah. You know, if that ball is near a rail, he makes that all day long.
Sure.
But the fact that he's in the middle of the table, it's just really uncomfortable. It's very difficult. And when you get there, you're already off balance, so you'd shoot fast because you're already off balance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
Jeanette Lee took ball in hand. Oh, because it didn't hit a rail after.
Yeah.
I see.
What do you think of this turnout here?
I'm really happy with it. Really happy. You know, I'm happy for the room. I'm happy for our sponsors. You know, the room puts up a lot of money to try to get the people in the door and get the spectators to have players that everybody looks forward to seeing. And they've done a really great job. Like, the place is full. There's not a seat available. It's nice. I'm really, really happy. And, you know, a lot of the players are here for the World Straight Pool. So the fact that these players get to warm up on the tables that they're going to be competing in a World Championship in a couple days, I think it's a great opportunity for the players.
Yeah, and many of them, this is their first time at Steinway.
No, people are learning about Steinway. Don't be fooled. Steinway is one of those places that everybody that's in the pool we're starting to get to know.
Yeah, and they really didn't waste much time from when they started running tournaments here before there was just more and more happening.
Yeah.
So I really give a lot of credit to Manny, George, Anna, and all the staff here. They work really hard.
Well, when Finnegan came into the room, you know, Finnegan was looking for a new place to host his weekly tournaments, and Manny, it was good timing-wise because Manny started to do more and more of the business stuff here at Steinway. So it was just kind of a match made in pool heaven when Finnegan came in, and Finnegan really had a great deal to do with turning this room around, you know. I mean, he does his weekly tournaments here, and then obviously his connection with the Predator Tour. You know, you start bringing tour stops into the room, and now players that don't know anything about Steinway are coming in and going, oh, I didn't even know this room existed.
All right. No, I had no idea that it existed. I mean, and Finnegan was running the events out of Master Billiards before it closed. So this is a great thing that they've all done together.
So she's high on this ball. There you go. Okay. She hit the pocket a little bit there. Give herself an angle to come back up for the 9-ball. And this is the uncomfortable thing that I'm talking about. Normally, you know, players in rhythm, she's already racking the balls.
Yeah.
She's taking her time on this 9-ball. You know, she missed the 10-ball earlier in the rack, so she wants to be more deliberate. And unfortunately, she stuck that cue ball there. And so now she's got a uncomfortable shot, and she's shooting at lefty too. All right, lefty and all. Maybe she'll stick with the lefty. Maybe that wrist isn't hurting her. And Jeanette Lee gets on the board, and now the score is 2-1. She's shaking her head a bit. I was saying earlier, I love watching Jeanette play because she's animated, you know. She lets you know what's going on upstairs.
Absolutely.
I love that. I mean, everybody has their method, but I like when a player is, you know, happy, sad, angry, mad.
It does really give a lot more to the spectators, so it's nice to see Jeanette here, and everyone loves having her here. So it's great, and she'll be competing in the World 14-1 as well.
Anybody that was wondering, who are these two girls talking? My name's Kayla Glazeberg-Robles. I'm one of the runners of the Predator Pro-Am Tour, and I'm in the booth with Allison Fisher from NYC Grind. Ooh, we got the wire. Tony Robles just gave us the wire that Emily just made the 10 ball. She's playing Mika opening round to go up 4-2 on Mika.
And she won the opening 2 games of that match.
Sweet. Go, Emily. And I don't know what's going on with Jeanette's pool game, but I'll tell you this, she's looking beautiful.
She is.
She always puts herself together so well. This is you're not allowed to pattern rec in this tournament.
That's
the only
right.
rules of the 10 ball break are obviously the 1 has to be in the front, 10 in the middle, and the 2 and 3 have to be on the bottom corners. Other than that, it's rack your own, call shot, call safety, win or break. Race to 9. All right, Jeanette Lee's got the balls the way she wants them. And we'll see Jeanette break.
So how quickly did the field fill up today?
With the field was actually full last 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes. We've had a waiting list of amateurs that we're hoping to get a chance to shoot around with the pros of about 40 people. And about 20 of them made it on the list. So it was open pros got first priority in the tournament, and then once the deadline came, if you didn't give a confirmation, then an amateur got to take over any of the open spots. So it's been full a long time. But we didn't have confirmed lists because everybody, does things last minute.
Sure.
It's the pool world. All right. Jeanette's got a really good opportunity. I do know this shot in particular, she's struggling with the elevated on the rail, she said. So, more and more shots become more and more difficult, and you start to think about, oh, I'm in pain, oh, I wish I wasn't in pain, and it takes
Right.
away from your focus of the job at hand. But she's got a really, really good opportunity here. The only thing is that the 5-9's a combo shot. Could be better.
Yeah, fortunately, it is one of these combination shots where you have the angle sort of leading in the right direction.
And she's got a good angle on this 4 ball. A little straighter than I would have liked, but she would have liked a little angle to punch out so that she could, shoot the 5-9 a little bit straighter.
Yeah, she could get more of a direct shot.
Oh, okay. She did that really well. And as long as she's not jacked up over this 8 ball, because she doesn't, that's the most painful thing she said was jacked up over the 8 ball. As long as she can put her bridge hand flat on the table, she should do just fine with this 5-9 combo. Well done.
Very nice.
Well done. Let's see, and you can't see, but we can see it in the commentary. She was shaking that wrist. Just uncomfortable. I know when I injured my shoulder, you're living off ibuprofen, hopefully nothing stronger. You're living off of it. And so the moment you can feel the ibuprofen or whatever painkiller you're using wearing off, it's like now you're thinking, I just need to get to my pool cue case and, get the next round of painkillers. It's a bad situation. I feel for her. All right. I like the way that she's shooting this rack. Is it perfect? No, but she's just taking whatever shot she's ends up with, taking her time and making it happen.
Yeah, she's got enough angle here on the 8-ball where she can come forward off the end rail, back towards the 8, or excuse me, the 10.
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Dead perfect. That is the Jeanette Lee that we know. She and Tony have been sparring partners all week.
Yes,
Here.
I've been seeing their Facebook postings.
Yeah, good job. And Jeanette ties the score, 2-2. You're watching the 3rd annual Steinway Classic here at Steinway Billiards in Astoria, Queens. My name is Gail Glazebrook-Robles, and I'm in the booth with Allison Fisher of NYC Grind, who's co-producing this.
Yes, we are. It's been great to work with Al, and Al's been here since last night. This is sort of a regular spot for us to be. We've been doing a number of streams together, and it's really been a lot of fun to get to do this with him and with you guys on the Predator Tour.
This is actually a Predator Pro-Am Tour stop, as Allie was mentioning. Let's see, I don't know how far this thing will go. See if I can let you see some of the people out in spectator land. I don't know how far it goes. We're about to test its limits.
We're going to find out how far we can pan over.
Oh, there's a light. You can see it is full. It's full, full, full. So, anyways, give you guys a different view of everything.
Table 18, Frenchie and Adam Smith on 18. Frenchie and Adam Smith on table 18.
All right. And scores 2-2 again. And she's just hitting those square. She's not putting anything on it and no fancy schmancy stuff. And she's going to leave Zion a wide open table. No problems.
Yeah, this is a gift. This is a gift rack right here.
Very much so. I say if I was making up a game plan of difficulty at any point, maybe, I don't know, getting on the 4-ball from the 3? Maybe? I don't know. I don't see. I'm just trying to make something up at this point.
Yeah, it looks pretty clear, but oh, what does he do here?
Oh, that's a nice little friendly. Hello. 3-ball likes me.
He's going to play the 4 and well, what did
Nice,
he, oh.
nice navigation. See, that's going to be his straight pull coming out. Being able to negotiate that really sliver of a land and let the cue ball travel up in minute spaces to get on the next shot to keep the pattern, that's going to be his straight pull coming out. Very well played.
Zion likes to slide the ball.
Yes. He likes cutting the ball too. All right. No issues. And he feels really comfortable on this cloth. I'm impressed. Well, now he's got a rhythm, that's for sure now. I kind of feel like he's in that walking, like he's got that rhythm of, all right, I let you play a little while, now I'm going to show you my real game.
Right. Let's take a look here. I'm looking over at the score with Mika and Emily. The score is 4-3.
Huh?
Mika just made a cute little masse shot.
All right, and Zion is going to take the lead again. 3-2 against Jeanette. What?
George Rodriguez and Matt Figueroa, table 18. George Rodriguez and Matt Figueroa, 18.
All right. I saw you guys had a bunch of Facebook postings on about the Steinway Classic as well as the World Straight Bowl. Aren't you guys having a bit of a raffle something?
Our raffle just ended at 10 a.m.
Oh, how exciting. What were you
Yeah.
guys doing? Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, we did a giveaway for anyone who shared the NYC Grind Facebook page with their, with their Facebook timeline. So anyone who shared it was in the drawing for a free pass for either the Steinway Classic or the World 14.1.
Cool. And so, do you know who won?
Kelly Isaac was one of the winners, and Kelly, by the way, was the winner of the Women's Open 8-ball and 9-ball championships in the BCA.
I do know Kelly.
Yeah.
And I was watching her progress at the BCA Nationals, and I mean, damn, 8 and 9 ball,
Right.
like she was definitely the queen of the entire event.
And I believe Kelly is watching the stream. She'd mentioned that she bought the Steinway Classic stream, so if you're listening,
Hello.
hey, Kelly.
Congratulations. That is something that you will get to, enjoy and revel in for the rest of your life. So enjoy it. It's super amazing. What an accomplishment. Like that's ridiculous. Both the 8 and the 9 ball is awesome. And actually Kelly and I played, not us, we played Master Scotch doubles the previous year against her and her partner, whose name is eluding me right now, but that's how I met Kelly. So it was actually, I think, right before the tsunami monsoon thing that hit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
So,
right.
yeah.
So, and thank you for supporting the stream, everyone out there, Kelly and everyone else. We really appreciate it.
And Jeanette did not call that 1 ball since she's, and she's trying to put on the face like, you want to keep letting me shoot? No? You don't want to shoot now, Zion? Come on. You want to take this ball. Come on.
It's getting even more crowded in here, guys. I cannot believe it.
I know. And the thing is that there's one path to the bathroom. And you really, it's kind of like being in a club.
Yeah.
All right. So while Jeanette did not call the 1 ball because she made it, Zion had the option to either take the shot as it lays or give it back. And since Jeanette cannot see the 2 ball, or Zion couldn't see the 2 ball, he said, Jeanette, why don't you try this one? Well, you guys, you have this shot. And Jeanette tried the sad face, and it didn't work on Zion.
She's looking at the kick safe here, which is it's a tough spot to be in. She's got to stretch to
Well,
reach the shot.
It's frustrating because if she could kick this 2 ball, she doesn't want to touch the 4-6. She'd rather leave that cluster there and let Zion deal with it after she makes this kick shot. So I'm going to guess she's trying to kick the 2 ball up table without touching the 4-6. And she didn't touch the 4-6.
No, she didn't.
But she also didn't touch the 2. And now we're going to get to see Zion and how he negotiates the 4-6 ball breakout.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily for him, he can easily bump this open and not really be sacrificing position on the on the 3. Unless,
He's lucky there. See, me personally, I would have tried to hit off the right edge of the 4 ball and let the cue ball naturally go towards the 3. But again, maybe the sliding cloth. And also he's Zion and I'm not, so maybe he's a much better choice than I do.
this is still not all too. I'm sure he can see it cleanly, but
Yeah. Is he gonna go?
Barely.
Is he gonna follow it up? Yeah, follow it up. See, that's confidence right there. Good shot.
For all of you interested in the Calcutta numbers, for first place we have 4,500. Second place is 2,600. Third place is 1,500, and fourth place will be 1,000.
Wow.
There we go. Hot off the press from Mr. Upstate Al.
That's a lot of dough.
Yes. Shane was the highest bid in the Calcutta, I believe 17.
1700.
Yeah, 1700. If my memory is serving me correctly.
Yep. If there was a player auction.
If
He went for 1700.
Right.
All right, and I mean I got a little distracted there. I didn't really see what was going on, but that was a really nice shot on the 7-ball. And I got a feeling we're going to see a 4-2 lead from Z.
25, Kevin Baccio, Chris Darawanski on 25.
From double Z.
Chris Darawanski, 25. Kevin Baccio, 25.
That's see, okay, this is just something to keep in mind for some of the amateurs out there. Like, this shot's something that I see people do all the time, where they say, okay, the 9-ball's in the side pocket, lucky me, you know, like easy, easy peasy. You got to think about, you actually want to be on the top, if you're looking at your screen, the top side to shoot the 9-ball, because that way it's a natural way to come down on the 10. And a lot of players get ahead of themselves and don't think about not only the position on the 9-ball being easy, but you actually want to give yourself that angle. You don't want to be on the bottom side for sure. Just something to keep in mind. I see people make that mistake all the time. And Zion, unfortunately, got straight, so he didn't have any angle.
Yeah, he had to play the cut on a 10.
I thought we were going to get Tony in the booth. It looked like they set up a third microphone for Tony, but then I lost him. And I knew that Zion was going to scratch, and eventually he kept creeping closer and closer on his breaks to that side pocket. But he was also not getting any movement on the balls, so I think he was trying to do something different.
That's my favorite pocket to scratch in, by the way.
I didn't know players had a favorite pocket.
All right, guys, just a little update. Brief interruption. The next matchup on the live stream table will be Earl Strickland and Jason Shaw.
Ooh, how about that?
Right back to the girls. They're doing great.
Earl Strickland. Yeah, they're both players that play out of this room often, and so we see them on the Predator Tour quite frequently, and so when their names came up for the draw, it's just one of those. It seems to be that there's a magnet for certain players to constantly play one another.
Right.
It does seem to be Earl and Jason often. And another good first round draw for those interested in what the chart looks like. I know that Dennis Hatch is scheduled to play Warren Kiamko first round. And if there was a player auction, they both would go for a lot as well.
Most definitely. Oh, it's funny, some of the matchups here. You have George Rodriguez playing Met Vergara, who
they play each other all the time.
All the time. And Sean Morgan and Mike Wong.
Yes. Yep. Yes, yes, yes.
Chris Cobb, Tom Delfonso, 22. Chris Cobb, Tom Delfonso, 22.
There's another player who did well here last year, Tom Delfonso.
He did really, really well.
He placed, what, 4th?
I think 3rd.
It might have been 3rd.
Mike Davis played Dennis Hatch in the finals, right?
Oh, well now we're thinking Genki Memorial last year.
Oh yeah, it's all starting to come mixed together. I have no idea.
You know, I think that might have been Genki Memorial.
Oh no, because Mike DeShane was also Mike DeShane. All right, I wish we had a chat room right now. They would all fix it for us.
Mike won the Genki Memorial this year, and last year.
No, Mike Davis. Didn't Mike Davis win the Steinway Classic? Wasn't that his last? I mean,
Mike Davis won the Genki Memorial last year.
Oh.
And Shane won the Steinway Classic last year.
Okay, I'm all. Listen to the reporter. Don't listen to me. All right.
But I'm pretty sure now that I'm remembering it was Tom Delfonso who finished well in the Genki Memorial last year, but actually now I'm questioning myself whether which event it was.
And if there was a chat room, we would be able to see what you guys are going to correct us on, but there's no chat room that we can see.
Well, you know what? I have a solution for this. It's going to bother me. we do have this handy dandy thing called the internet.
What? You're not going to get a Britannica? Old school style? The Webster?
Right.
For the record, Allie is going to NYC Grind.
Imagine.
For those of you, if you can hear some of the noise in the room, if you notice that it's getting louder, that's because there's more and more people, and that's with a cover charge. It's pretty impressive how many people are in the room here watching the tournament.
Okay, now we're going to get the record set straight
Johnny Archer and
for our
Victor
conundrum.
Allen, table 17.
Yes, it was
All right.
Tom Delfonso in third place at the Genki Memorial,
All right.
also held at Steinway Billiards last year.
Okay. So I wonder what the Steinway Classic results were.
Well, I know we had.
Was it Earl and Mike?
It was Earl and Shane. Shane won it, and Earl took second.
What was the tournament that is Earl and Mike that is going, or Mike and Mika that was here?
It was, well, Mike won.
No, Mike DeShane.
Oh, Mike DeShane. Well, that was Genki this year. Oh, Mike and Mika.
I can't keep up. Too much Genki Steinway. All right, and as we have been Googling, Zion's about to extend his lead 5-2 against Jeanette. And I see Jason Shaw in my view. He's getting ready to play Earl Strickland, which you will see as the next match for those of you in Streamland. Wondering who you're going to get to watch next. It's going to be Jason Shaw versus Earl Strickland. That is a first round match that you're going to get to see. And for those of you in the area interested, Brian Russell of Focus Apparel is in the house selling limited Steinway Classic shirts for everybody.
That's right.
And we also have Jeanette Lee, who's got like a little mini section of his booth selling her own personal products. So if you're looking for signed cue balls and, you know, memorabilia really of any kind, most of the pros would be willing to sign your shirts and your cue balls and all that jazz. So come on down. You got a nice opportunity to get a shirt, polo, whatever you'd like, and even some signatures of some of the top players in the world.
I really like the design for the Steinway Classic shirt that Brian did. It's really summery.
I do too. I really think it's a very clean, it's just nice, nice one.
It's like a sunny yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
No, no.
Almost got bumped into the corner pocket.
But he did pot a ball. And it's hard to tell from here if he can see the 1 ball enough to make it. I can't tell if he can get by that 6 ball. I might be able to stand up and look.
Yeah, he can see. He can see part of the ball.
But can he make it?
But can he make it? It's hard to even tell.
Oh yeah, Mack truck fits in there.
He does have some issues with the 4 and the 7 to work out.
Yep.
And this combination with the 3 and the 6 is going to complicate that even more, since he won't be able to control his position as easily.
See how he's putting draw on that ball. Change the 3 ball to follow. And he got the 3 ball deeper in the pocket than I think he wanted. Now you got to work with the points of the corner pocket. Just makes it more difficult. And I have a good view of Jeanette right now. Jeanette's looking at Zion going, what are you going to do, buddy? What are you going to do? Yeah. Jeanette's one of those players that she, very Dennis Hatchie. She'll eyeball her opponent, kind of look at what the emotions that they're going through are.
It's a very good way of describing that look. Sort of sideways.
Review.
We should have Dennis and Jeanette sitting next to one another.
Dennis Hatchie. We'll put that in the pool dictionary of adjectives. Dennis is another player I just enjoy watching because his eyeballs are literally a character all their own.
His eyebrows separately.
Yes, like they're just so, he's just very, very entertaining with the way he's looking at his opponent. And even when he's on the table, if he makes a good shot, Dennis is that guy that will look around and go, yeah, did you see I just shot that? You see I just made that ball? Do you see that? It's really fun to watch. And sometimes, with a shot like this, I'm wondering if some people miss it intentionally so they can just let their opponent deal with the crap. All right, she's going to get good results here. Good shot. Yeah, I think it's a good shot. I don't think Zion can see any of that ball. So you'll probably see him go 2 rails for this 4 ball.
Once again, we're roughing off an icon 4.
Try to lead the cue ball.
$50.
Oh, is he gonna?
Well,
Well, if he can see a piece of this 4 ball, then he's definitely not gonna go 2 rails.
2 for 10, 5 for 20. 2 for 10, 5 for 20. You do not have to be present
Oh,
to win the cue.
he could see a lot more of that ball.
Phone number, and we will contact you to win the cue.
Look how good he got.
Yeah.
Just dropped the cap of my water bottle. Thank you very much.
Jeanette's trying to see if she can come from behind this 4-ball, pop it out into the open table, and not leave Zion a shot. But she just doesn't have a lot to work with. She'd actually have to hit. You see how she's seeing if I hit on the left side from your view of this 4-ball, it'll send the 4-ball up table, and maybe I can leave the cue ball behind the 10 or 7-ball. That's what she would like to do. It's just the 4-ball being the direction it's going to go. There's not a lot of, landmines to attach itself to. So it's more focusing on the cue ball here than the 4-ball. Well done. Oh, well, even better. If she'd made that 4-ball, she'd be looking at a bad shot on the 5. But that was very, very well played.
Well, if she called the safe, I think she still would have been all right, even if she missed. If she would have mistakenly made the 4.
No.
Really?
If you call safety and then you pocket a ball during a safety, the opponent has the option to give it back to you.
Really?
Yes. Yes. No calling safety and potting a ball.
Regardless, this was a fantastic outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And Zion will be leaving an open view of the 4.
I love Jeanette. She's just sitting in her chair. Like, really? Could you left me something easier? Actually, you know what she's probably looking. I got a jack up on my, with my wrist the way it is. All right, that was not a good safety. I would not be surprised if Zion goes for this ball. Like, he's a very aggressive player.
Yeah, I think playing this shot, he's going to be able to come around the table and could very well end up fine on the 5-ball.
Yeah. See, here's where the 2-way would have come in, because I think most players would go for the 4-ball where he's going, call it, knowing full well that if I don't make it, there's a chance that I could put the cue ball behind these balls.
All right.
Now, here, just a little bit of like inside info. Obviously, Jeanette's got a shot at the 4-ball. Everybody would be thrilled. Jacking up over this 5-ball in her current physical condition is very tough on her.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to try to, she's just really, really, really uncomfortable. She could use Scott Simonetti's hand right now.
Right.
She would be very, very thankful if she had a bridge hand that she could utilize. Yeah, it's just really, really uncomfortable. And she's going to leave Zion definitely an open shot here. Awkward, but still extremely makeable with easy enough position on the 5-ball. And I think we finally got my husband back. Tony's going to rejoin us.
Welcome, Mr. Tony Robles. Hello, hello.
Hey, good to be back. So the last time I left, it was 2-1 Zion. Then I noticed that it went to 2-2. So what happened since? What's happened since?
Zion cut a gear a little bit, and Jeanette's struggling a little bit.
Zion has called the 10-ball.
A couple of times Jeanette's had some jacked up over the ball shots. And
Gotcha.
Struggling with that.
Well, I know Zion's been hitting those combinations like a demon.
Yeah, clearly. All right.
So he's up 6-2 now, 3 games away.
This is my first Steinway Classic, guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. So you weren't here last year?
I was not here last year. I was back in the Midwest. I was back in Wisconsin these previous 2 years.
So what do you think of it?
This is fantastic.
That's great.
It just seems like there are more and more people showing up.
Yep. Who are you playing first round, honey?
I'm playing Coca, Devlatze.
Oh, okay, cool. The Russian.
Yeah, Coca is actually sponsored by the good people of Gotham City Billiards.
Awesome.
Isabella and Kevin Buckley.
Awesome.
Yep. And I heard they might be stopping by, if not this tournament, for the straight pool.
Great.
So it's always great to see them. And they do so much for pool. It's amazing. They just put the, 16 brand new diamond tables. Gotham City, right there by Brooklyn.
Yes. I believe they're the only pool room in Brooklyn with diamond tables.
Yep. And they have a 10-footer too, I believe,
They
a tight
do.
pocket table.
Yes.
So that's pretty strong too.
I know they have a tri-state tour event coming up, I believe, 2 weeks from now.
And they also have a weekly Tuesday night event, a Tuesday night tournament.
Yep.
That is right.
Speaking of tournaments coming up, Predator Pro-Am Tour will be coming to Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island, Labor Day weekend for the Eastern States Championship. Maybe Tony can give us a little bit more info about that tournament.
Well, what happened is, way back in the days when I was a young kid.
Before Allie and I were born.
Yeah. They used to have this really, really, really huge event every year called the Eastern States Championships. And I believe they had a 14.1 version, a 9-ball version. And this event was so big back then, by the late 70s, early 80s, I believe, that they considered it, some people considered it the equivalent of the U.S. Open.
Wow.
Any top player that was around played in this event. So I was thinking, I said, why don't we try and bring this back? So I approached the owner of Snookers, Steve Goulding, and Ray Mack, and they absolutely fell in love with the idea. So we're going to do it for the first time. They're going to add 5,000. 3,500 will be added to the Open Pro and 15 to the Amateur.
Cool.
The reason why the Open Pro has more added is because back then the Eastern States was actually just a pro event. So we were expecting a lot of players out there, but I'm happy that we're still having an amateur event running at the same time to give them a chance to, because it'll be actually the first time that an amateur will win the Eastern States Championship.
So does the amateur event start on Saturday and the pros on Sunday?
That's correct.
And it's a 3-day event.
It's a three-day event on Labor Day weekend, August 30th through September 1st.
And it's actually a tri-tour event, right?
Yeah, multi-tour stop.
Thank you. That was a word.
With the Joss Tour and...
No, actually, it's a Predator Pro-Am Tour, the Ride the 9 Tour with Gloria Jean, and also the New England 9-Ball Series with Mark Dion.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. We like these multi-tour
Stops.
events.
I love that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think anybody that knows Tony knows the interest in working together and making pool a bigger sport, and the fact that you can get people to work together, and it's not about, cutting into your pie and cutting into my pie, and just come together and let the fruits of a bunch of people's labor work for the benefit of rooms, players, and the people running the event.
Yeah, and then you can have other, players from the different tours get exposed to one another, and you're competing against a different group of people. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what we've got here for Jeanette, this is a funny spot to be in.
Well, she's doing the kicking thing again, and this is kind of the same thing. However, with the last kick, except now the one ball's got some people to play with when she kicks
I think
this.
she's trying to see if she can hopefully hit the right side of the one to have the cue ball go one rail and hopefully underneath the 10. Have to be careful because, see, that's why she's hitting so high on the rail. because if she hits below the side pocket, she might have to put a little draw in order to keep that cue ball going in a straight line, because
Right.
since it's a new cloth, it is sliding. That's what she was trying to do. She was hoping to put the cue behind the 10 ball.
And I can't tell. She may have.
I think he might have enough room to make the 1 ball. If he doesn't, then he's just going to have to play safe. Maybe put the slightly cut the 1 ball, leave the cue ball underneath the 3.
You don't think he can cheat the pocket if he hit this really soft enough?
He might. I just don't know if he. I mean, there's a 2 ball on the table. I don't see it.
No, so the 3 ball's the next one. So if he hits this
Yeah.
1 ball soft enough, even though he wouldn't be making it clean in the pocket, if he hit it
Yeah.
soft enough and you hit up, you hit along the rail, it still might drop in the pocket.
We might get a double kiss, too. You see, he got a double kiss off the 7.
Ooh.
That's why you have to hesitate when you shoot a shot like that, because you got to see, look at the tangent line when you're cheating the pocket like he did there. You have to see if the cue ball is going to hit the top of the 7 double kiss or the bottom of the 7 or hit it dead on. So if you're hitting the 7 dead on, it's just going to kick it straight back, which is good. If you double kiss it on the bottom side, then you might end up having to shoot the 3 in the opposite pocket.
Right.
But so that's something that I don't think he paid attention to there. So
That's your
straight
straight
shot.
pool. I was just going to
Yep.
say, your straight pool stuff coming out.
That's a 1 pocket shot. Well,
Yeah.
if it goes in, Jeanette has the option.
Lazio, 23.
Did he call that?
No, I think that what happened is Jeanette is making him shoot again. Because remember, if you call safe, but you pocket a ball during a safety attempt, then the player still has the option.
Right.
Wow.
And I think he called it. Ooh. Well, now that 6 ball just made life a little more interesting. Because
Yeah.
now you got to get really good on the 6 ball.
Either that or Jeanette can shoot the 4 off the 6 and she has ball in hand. And then just draw back for the 5.
Ooh.
It all depends how close that 6 is. See, let me take a look. Oh, yeah, she can definitely do it. I'm looking at it from here.
Yeah, it looks like it's in the ideal position.
Absolutely. And again, when you're shooting the 4 into the 6, there's a good chance that the 6 might hit the 8 either flush or on the side. So if it hits the 8 flush, it's going to stop there, which means she would need to overdraw the ball and make sure that the cue ball goes below the 5. But if she ends up hitting the left side of the 8, then the 6 ball could potentially go 2 rails to stop near where the 4 is now, or slightly past it.
I don't think she's going off the 6 ball here.
Well, she's probably not, because she can still send the cue ball on the top rail and just cut the 6. So she might have enough room, because I'm looking at it from, not from the monitor, but from here, because I'm right in front of the table. She does have enough room to possibly get past the 9 ball after she shoots a 6.
Yeah,
She
new
overhit
cloth,
that a
new
bit.
cloth, new cloth. Well, she's still fine. She's still fine. She's just going to have to navigate the speed that much better. Now, with this shot, would you just try to get on the rail because you know you'll have a shot on the 6?
Yeah, you just want to come off the rail, the top rail.
Just a little bit,
Mhm.
because you don't have a lot of room. Ooh. Let's see, did she get perfect?
Yep, she can still make it.
Nice. Very nicely done, Jeanette.
Table 24, Shane, Dave, bowling on 24. Joe. Dupree, table 24.
Listening to
Oh, she overhit that one.
Finnegan's.
She knows it too.
All right, we're going to see a bank here. One real bank.
Fortunately, the bank will allow her to get natural position for the 8.
Table 12,
Yes.
Ralph Eckert and Jeremy Socio, table 12.
Good shot.
Ralph Eckert, Jeremy Socio,
Beautifully
table
done.
12.
And whenever I think it can't get any more full, I swear there's more people.
Yeah, there are still more people piling in here.
All right, I think we're going to see a 6-3 score coming at us.
You think?
I think so. I think so. Anyone, you want to make a wager on it?
I would not bet against you.
Or Jeanette, for that matter.
No. Mm-mm.
Good job, Jeanette.
There it is.
All right. I know Jeanette just recently came off a military tour. She was going around.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, she was going around to the different military camps and giving a, Jeanette Lee's show, the Black Widow show. I'm not sure what it's called. So I love when pool goes in that direction.
Yeah. Oh, you see that new little short video that Steinway, that Al Leon put together, Upstate Al? Wow.
Steinway Classic.
Good job, buddy. That looks great.
Al makes it happen.
Do you know the score on that, Mika?
Let's take a look. Well, Mika.
Someone has 8.
8-5, yeah. The score is 8-5.
Mika has 8.
You have a very, very large soccer fan base here at Steinway as well.
Yeah.
Yes, there is. This is run by the Greek family, George, Anna, and Manny, and I believe, I'm not sure which teams exactly those are, but one of them is a Greek team in the soccer match.
Does it say the Olympics? I don't know what that means, but
Olympios.
Olympios.
And Main City.
Don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what Main City is.
All right, I'm going to switch cameras here because I think we got a little bit of a foggy camera. And they're not getting all that great on the break. There was one break Jeanette did that broke dry and gave Zion a wide open table, but other than that, I haven't seen, Mickey Mouse runouts after the break.
No, nothing has been terribly easy. And this is a different configuration than what they normally have here at Steinway. Normally, in this table's position, you would see the Brunswick 5x10.
Yes.
So they have moved that table out in order to make this the feature table for the stream, and they put in some bleacher seating.
Nice shot. She hit that great.
Shot.
So they've been really working hard to accommodate the spectators.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they need to. There's a lot of people in here, and
yeah.
People don't want to pay a cover charge and not have ample seating. Now, if there's all the seats are full, that's one thing, but you need to have enough seating to accommodate at least 50 people, and that's definitely there.
For sure.
Well, I'm not sure if she's going to try and shoot this in the side pocket, but I mean, she wants to shoot it in the side. She's just trying to figure out how to get the cue ball
Yeah.
past the 10 or the 4, whatever it is that she's trying to get it. Maybe she wants to bump the 10 lightly.
Yeah.
That's what I would try to do. Oh, she had dead straight angle towards the floor. Yeah, it's not good.
Yikes. Well, I'm sorry. I just love watching her faces. That was the, well, that didn't go as I hoped. And I think we're going to see a little jump cue come out. Good sportsman Zion is breaking the cue down for Jeanette.
Table 16.
Well, you know, she said that her left arm's been very, very weak because she injured her arm, and so she doesn't even have the power to really like unscrew that.
Wow. What a gentleman. Whoa.
Oh, she jumped the 7 off the table. That's ball in hand for Zion. And the 7 stays down.
And Manny's liability insurance goes up.
Yep. I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
And it wasn't my cooking.
Yeah.
Shush. Shh.
And I'm fortunate that I am separating the two of these individuals at the moment.
Yes, Sally's between the two of us. Lucky for
Yep.
Tony.
Can't reach over.
Well, I'm already hiding behind Allie, so.
All right. Zion will make quick work of this, extending his lead 7-3.
Would you shoot the 10 in the side, or would you shoot the 10 in the opposite corner?
Me?
Yeah,
Opposite corner.
that's what I would do. Yep. Good answer, kid.
You taught me well.
Well, he might
He
have gotten a lot straighter than we wanted to, so he might just draw straight back. I don't know.
I think he's going
Going
to roll,
up.
come forward and play it
Yep,
in the.
play in the same pocket. Yep. Zion wins another one. He's up by the score of 7 games to 3.
There we go.
Golker and Tony
We're
Robles
coming
on
to you
14.
live from
Golker
the
and
Steinway
Tony Robles
Classic
on
here
14.
at Steinway Billiards.
They just called my match on table 14, so I will see you ladies later.
Okay.
Good luck,
Thank
honey.
you,
Thank you.
Tony.
And for those of you just tuning in, just so you know, the next match on this table will be Earl the Pearl Strickland versus Jason Eagle Eye Shaw. Should be a really good match. It's a first round match also. A couple of the other first round matches, the one that you're seeing, Zion versus Jeanette, as well as Dennis Hatch and Warren Kiamko. Emily Duddy got to play Mika Immonen first round. Net Vergara versus George Rodriguez.
You've been speaking about how funny these table layouts have been. Look at this.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like they're
And-
just not separating themselves. They want to love one another.
Yeah.
The balls want they want to be close
Buddies.
to each other. Yeah. And actually, another good first round match is Shane Van Boning is playing Joey Dupuis. Is that how
Yeah.
you say it? Joey Dupuis?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
From Boston.
Yeah. Fun guy to be around. He is funny.
He is.
He is definitely a character.
It's never a dull moment with Joe in the house.
No.
And he's got that awesome hair of his.
Yeah. You know, one player I forgot to mention, I just looked out and saw Johnny Archer. He's
Yes.
also here.
Johnny's here.
That was not intentional, I promised, not to mention him. It's literally, there's so many people here that are huge names that you kind of have to see them in your face to be reminded of everybody.
Yeah, and we do have 2 first-time Steinway players. John Mora
John Moore is another one.
from Toronto, and we have Justin Bergman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's also here. Yep.
Justin is one of the candidates for the 2014 Moscone Cup.
Oh, Jeremy Sosi, speaking of Moscone Cup.
They both are.
Yep. I'm surprised Brandon Schuff isn't here. I would have thought he would have made his way out here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, she better. She's hoping that makes a lot more. See, and again, that's one of those shots. You have to say, okay, if I get on the rail, am I good? If I got to give it to Jeanette. She's shooting a lot of lefty. This woman that you're looking at has gone through at least 10 back surgeries.
Wow.
She did touch the 3-ball. I did see the 3-ball do a little wiggle. Oh, yay. We have a upstate owl that's going to join us now.
Apparently, Jeanette said she feathered that ball.
She did.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw it do a little wiggle.
Beautiful.
And a friendly tap.
Yes.
She was uncomfortable shooting it. Her shoes were sliding on the rug, leaning over that far with her back, and
Oh, girl problems.
she took a swing at. Well, I think it's pool problems in general, you know. For some reason, I always hear about back problems and.
Oh, I meant the shoes sliding.
Oh yes, yes. Been there and done it.
There are a couple of shoes that you try on at home, and these look nice with the outfit. You wear them one time, and you realize that they're the sliding kind when you're leaning over for a shot. They are never used again for pool.
No. No chance.
Nope.
Well, Zion didn't get where he wanted to. He kissed into this 9-ball.
Ooh.
What?
Whoa, and he's going to scratch. And here is a very, very good opportunity for Jeanette. Except for that darn 9-10 decided to have a party. And
She was looking at the 9-10 billiard there, playing the 10-ball into the corner.
do you know Jeanette's background in carom?
She does play carom. Yeah, she plays three-cushion with Ira Lee when she's in town and goes over to Carom Cafe.
She's a big deal over. I mean, she's a big deal anyway. But at carom, they are like they roll out the red carpet. Man, she is next to the president of the United States when it comes to carom billiards.
And she plays the game pretty sporty too.
Yeah,
I must say. And it helps. Three-cushion billiards does help your game as far as position with your cue ball. So whatever you can add to your arsenal is definitely a plus.
It does look like she's in position to get on the carom for the 9-10.
She's rolling forward, right? So she's going to play the carom. Oh, she might have went too far now. Yeah, you can hear her. She said, oh, shoot. She went too far. She's going to power draw it. She might even try to draw it right back into the 10.
I wonder if she can cut the 9-ball up table.
I don't think she can cut that ball up table.
No.
I don't think she can see it.
It'd be close.
She just called the 10 ball.
Oh, okay.
I don't like it. I'd
I
like
don't-
to
I
be
don't
further
like
off
that.
the rail, you
Yeah.
know.
I think she can still
And she's got to jack
manage
up.
it.
She probably hit it, you know what, but I don't think she can hit it with enough speed. Like the 10 ball might slightly roll towards the corner. I don't think it's going to have enough power to get to the corner. It might just hang.
She's really got to juice it.
And you know, and being on the rail, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, she's off the rail an inch and a half or something, but it's still close. This might be the shot of the match right here. Oh, she hit it with good speed, too. Nice shot.
Beautiful
nice.
shot. Beautiful shot. Nice recovery.
Okay, makes it 4-7. I'm going to give a thank you to AZB. Hard.
Joey, son too. helping
And
with the prep.
Joey, yes. This is a co-production between AZB TV and NYC Grind, along with the Predator Pro-Am Tour. Looks like Jeanette is ready for action.
Mm-hmm. I hope Zion's not putting an earbud in because he's not allowed.
Yes. Looks like he is. Was doing something with his headphones and iPod.
There's some tight quarters here.
This is another rack that the straight pool knowledge will come into handy.
Yeah.
of
There's
what-
just ugly table. Or it's just not the table, but the layout.
right.
It's ugly. And I agree, his straight pool's going to come into play here. And I think the players that are here really are gaining an advantage for the World Straight Pool Tournament this week.
Justin
Especially
Bergman,
with the
table
brand new
16.
cloth, it's
Justin
gonna
Bergman,
be
16.
A big factor. Different cloth than probably a lot of players are used to. Ooh. Well, now
He can
what
see
did
it.
He can see.
He can see the four ball.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
not sure to
Table
go
6,
where.
Emily Duddy, Nigel Francis on table 6.
Might maybe play safe. Put the cue ball behind the 6 ball.
Let's take a look at what he's got.
On table 27, we have Phil Davis.
Yeah, you may want to
and
try to
Mike
roll
Davis.
the
On
cue
table
ball up onto
47.
the 6, but
Phil
even
Davis
that
and Mike Davis
is
on 27.
not an ideal position.
Ooh. Did he get it great on the set? Wow, good shot. I mean, Jeanette can see the side of this 4 ball, but
Aaron McManus and Holden Chin on table 4.
Jeanette's really taking her time here. I think she realizes the critical component of this rack. For it to go in Zion's favor is pretty detrimental to the rest of the match.
Yeah, she doesn't want to let him get on the hill.
Terrible. Not wonderful. It's mediocre.
Yeah, I would think here that Zion would opt to play a safe since he has really no good way of getting on the 5-ball.
Yeah.
And it looks like
if that 4-ball were to go in,
for
you know, that's not. I mean, there's definitely an opportunity here for Jeanette because that 4-ball is very close to the pocket.
Yeah, it's very close to the pocket, and she's got enough, enough leeway between the 8 and the 9-ball.
Yep. I mean, and she can hit this, a lot on the 4-ball and still make the 4-ball as long as she hits it at the right speed. And she's going to want to hit it kind of on the softer side anyways because of the 5-ball being on the same side of the table.
Yeah. All you have to really do is focus on making the shot.
All right, she has called the 4. She is going for this. Ooh, that came ridiculously short. She's baffled. See any problems. It's almost stop shot, drive, stop shot. Drag it down a little.
Yeah. No issues here. I don't know if Jeanette maybe rushed into that shot a little bit, but it didn't really look like she was too comfortable.
Well, remember what Tony said, with the new cloth, the spin's not going to grab.
Yeah.
She may have put some of the, let's see, where she's looking at, right hand spin on it. And, with the new cloth, it didn't grab nearly the way she thought it would.
Yeah.
This is brand new cloth. It was literally cloth two days ago. Very limited people playing on it, so.
Okay, well, that will put Zion on the hill.
While Zion's racking, how about we thank some of our sponsors? First and foremost, Predator Q's, title sponsor for the Predator Pro-Am Tour. We'd also like to thank Ozone Billiards and Delta 13, NYC Grind, and AZ Billiards for co-producing this live stream that you're watching.
And the NAPL.
NAPL, thank you. NAPL is an amateur league that Tony and I started a couple of years ago. We actually have now 3 different games that we're offering, 8, 9, and 10 ball, and singles and teams, and we're in, I think, 4 or 5 locations now in the New York City, New York area.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, let's see what this table layout's looking like. Really, I mean, the 3 ball's tied up with the 9 ball. There's always just some drama.
And he did.
Oh, he tried.
Yeah, he tried to play it off the 3.
Yeah, he didn't miss that because, you know, he just misaimed. He missed that because he was trying to go off the 3 and punch that 3 out of there so that he could run the table. Up next on the TV table, for those just tuning in, we will have Earl the Pearl Strickland versus Jason Shaw, Eagle Eye. And our next match.
And following this match, I will get some brackets up for everybody on the NYC Grind Facebook page.
Cool.
Search for NYC Grind if you're not already a follower.
I think it's supposed to start pouring its guts out later today, isn't it?
Really?
I think so. Looks beautiful. That's what I'm saying, because it looks so bright and sunny out right now.
Right.
And immediately after this match, I plan on eating some of Steinway's amazing food. So if you're in the area and you want to come see everything in person, I highly recommend it.
I think it's going to be about that time for me, too.
Plus, I need to watch my honey. All right. Think she's going to play a safety with the 3 ball?
I don't think I could spin it enough.
Oh, she's called the 10.
Really?
Interesting.
Interesting, yeah. It's kind of fun. I like that.
Let's see.
Jeanette has called the 10 ball in the corner pocket. Oh, good try. It was a good try. I mean, she did that because the reality is that the 3 ball being tied up with the 9 leaves Zion with limited options here anyways.
Right.
But it does put him in the driver's seat as far as playing the safety on the 3 ball. Just trying to, I think again that might have been the new cloth result, because he was trying to spin out and maybe come down and hit 3-9. Came really short.
Yeah, it was kind of fortunate there, because if he hadn't bumped into the 4 ball, he may have ended up kicking at that 3.
And Jeanette does have an opportunity here. She's got to make sure that she cuts this 3 ball in and doesn't get on the 4-9. And it's at like a bad angle. That's what she's actually checking out right now, is the tangent line off the 3-ball. See how she's digging in. Yeah. Uh-oh. I think we might be seeing the end of this match. Unless, outside of the 9 and the 4 being tied up enough that he can't make the 4-ball, I don't see any issues.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that he can see enough of the 4.
It looks
He
that
just
way.
yeah.
He's gonna follow up, I think. Yep. Give himself just enough of an angle, cut the 4-ball in the corner pocket, and go up table for the 5-ball. And this is the L drill shots. The L drill.
He's going to draw back out. To the,
Ooh.
my gosh. Well, oddly enough, I believe he got a good hit on the 4.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell if he hit the 4 or the 9 first.
Yeah, he came into the rail and hit the 4. Well, that was quite bizarre.
Mm-hmm. Jeanette jumped out of her chair. Okay, I get to. Not out of the game just yet. She's got a really, really nice. Oh, Jeanette.
Oh no!
Wow. That was so much getting on the 5-ball, forgetting to make the 4-ball. And you know what? I think Zion cuts this all the way up the table.
You don't think well,
I don't know if he can make it in the side pocket. If he can make it inside, he's going in the side pocket. But if he can't, I think he cuts it right up the. He's so good at cutting the ball. Like a glove. Perfect. Well, he better be really good at cutting the ball here.
not quite perfect.
Yeah, he better be really good. Luckily, the 6-ball's hanging in the pocket, so it's not really about any kind of position. It's just make the 5-ball. And he's going to have to use a bridge. Makes it all the more difficult. I tell people all the time when they're shooting this shot, be very focused on not moving the bridge, because when you've got to cut a ball so thin, the accuracy increases.
Absolutely.
And you have to make sure that the only thing moving is the cue and not the bridge and the cue. So focus on sticking that cue, that bridge on the table and not letting it move. It'll help your accuracy. You did a beautiful shot there. And this could be the end outside of another miscue. I think got the end of the line here. Yep. Alrighty. And Zion's gonna win that match. 94 against Jeanette Lee.
Is.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank AZ Billiards, AZB TV, NYC Grind, Predator Pro-Am Tour for bringing this live stream to you. We're at Steinway Billiards for the 3rd annual Steinway Classic. We're out of here. We'll bring in some new commentators for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. My name's Gail Glazebrook-Robles, and I'm here with Allison Fisher of NYC Grind. Have a wonderful day, everybody.
Thanks a lot, everybody. We'll catch you later.